Welcome back to the channel. The whole adult life is one big lie, one big performance. I watched a video by Issa Jansen on YouTube, and I'll put the link down below to the video that I'm talking about. And the way that we socialize as adults is fundamentally flawed. It's in a system that is creating more and more people that are dependent on the system, and the system doesn't pay well anymore. The system was broken and now it's leaking. And a lot of the generation that is my generation, we are well aware that our efforts are not being rewarded whatsoever. We got less third spaces for socializing, and we live lives. I mean, many of us are very exhausted of the social structure that is existing today. When we go outside, we speak with people, and many people are not able to speak deep about topics. It's a problem. It's a problem because you can't connect with someone if you don't share stuff that goes through your mind, things that are deep. And this fundamental way of us losing touch of who we are and how we speak and how we convey our feelings and that day or whatever happened and whatever we think, whatever we wonder, it's not a norm anymore. And instead, I was quite proud of what she said, was that our identity now is our job title. Our identity now is who we can serve and how we can serve. And jobs are no longer productive. Many jobs are just there to keep you busy, because you're not really producing anything. You're seeing a lot of HR departments that are being ineffective, and some companies I saw on X that were ditching the whole HR department, and it made it so that they're seeing how much of a performance it is. This whole system is run on performance, and performance doesn't pay like it used to, So that's why you see a lot of companies that are rethinking what a HR department is and if it's necessary. Looking like you're doing something doesn't equate to value, especially today. But yet, sometimes some people are still living like it's 2010, where they can pretend to be productive, pretend to give value, and yet they're not. And it's very, you speak with people, you speak to friends, to colleagues, and often you still feel lonely. And it's all run on performance and who has what. For me, it was very, very strange when I was a teen. I was in the car with my parents and whatnot, the older generation in general. And what they do is they just flaunt. They flaunt what they have, what they want. And it's just a way that is... There's no identity. There's no connection. Yet we are the ones that are lost. We are the lost generation. Gen Z is the lost generation, according to them. Absolute bullshit. If you want to make a change, you need to start doing things that are just small steps. We are taught to make massive, massive steps and that we're going to figure it out. You only have to do small steps to make the big things happen. And I say this because a lot of people, they talk and they don't do. They don't do the small steps. They talk about doing them, that they want to do them. And it's ridiculous. Many of us are taking steps back from the performance because the performance is a trap. It's rubbish. It's not genuine. It's got no intents of being genuine. And it's making people more isolated when they so-called socialize. A lot of you, people and you, have a lot of emotions pent up. A lot of thoughts pent up. And what do? You cry about it. You box, you go to the gym, more than ever. We all go. It's not just because we want to keep healthy, it's because our emotions are pent up too much. And not the school, not anyone, for most of us, didn't teach us to, release emotions in ways that are not only releasing them, but growing with the emotions, learning from the emotions. And this created an environment where everybody wants to escape. What am I seeing? I'm seeing everyone that is trying to escape. And it's kind of like Ready Player One, the movie, where even now, we don't have to have that virtual reality to be so realistic. We just have the same mentality, same kind of way of life, We search to be better and we don't do commitments that make us better. We look for an escape. And we look for, some of us, not all of us, cheap thrills, cheap things to make us feel better. It's tough. The world that we live in is very, very unforgiving. I'd say that for sure. We're not able to speak. We're not able to say the truth. We're not able to speak our mind. We're not able. Why are we frozen? What's happening? We have a good odd few days and then we just go back to the system. And I think there should be shame upon us that are not doing enough about this, or some of us not doing anything. Shame on you. Shame on you. We went through a lot of struggle and we don't have the character, the balls to do anything about it, to make a fucking change. You are caught up in the spiral, in the performance, in the stage of nothingness, to keep those in power for the sake of power. We've lost the thrill. We've lost the ideas. We lost people that are able to shift, come together, be honest. And we let the people that are fake control our society, control your town, your city. Because we just, lock ourselves in our homes and pretend things are fine. How's that going? When are you gonna finally realize that this is enough? That this cannot continue? With or without what you want to do, this can't continue. Because we got limited resources, we got limited time, we got limited energy. It's just one big distraction. It's gonna end. It's gonna end. I know you like your bubble, I like it too, but it's gonna end. All of this is gonna end, whether you like it or not. In this life, whether it becomes socializing or having a job, it's all got to do with how you deal with pressure. And if you can't handle pressure, if you can't do things under pressure, if you're constantly thinking about the performance rather than yourself, then the system will eat us alive. And the ones that don't want to take risk for any kind of shift, that stay in their bubbles like I am, what happens to us is time moves on. Whether you like it or not, time is still moving on. And regardless of you doing something or not, it's gonna end. It's just better to have a chance to control a little bit of the ending, which all of us do have, but we don't do anything about it because we're the normies, right? I didn't decide to become a normie or not a normie from my birth, from being 1 in 3 million. That didn't make me become not a normie. I just had enough. I just had enough. There is no amount of money or power or an island, that would make me want to say yes to this kind of fakeness. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this lifestyle. I'm sick of this kind of fake socializing. This like a caveman staying inside of your home and doing nothing and no dating, no socializing because everything is shit. So create a business, create an app, create a community, add everyone on X, follow everyone, spread your ideas and make a change. Because they're not going to happen by itself. That's what I'm doing currently. They're not going to happen by itself. Don't let it continue. You might not use the things that are popular, but at least make an effort to do your own thing. Replace that system. Replace the things that are toxic, that are inauthentic, lying, and this adult life that is anti-us. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next.